Hello, fellow Days of Our Lives Brady Tees. It's your resident soap opera dive into the swirling vortex of drama that is Salem's never-ending saga of betrayal and corporate intrigue. If you've been glued to your screens like I have for decades, yes, I've been riding this and roll most daily rings, then you know then we knows the secrets. Today, we're zeroing in on one of the most tantalizing pairings of recent seasons. What a tangled web they've woven. If Gabi's hidden machinations threatening to unravel everything, the burning question is, how long can this romance possibly last? Will it fizzle out in a blaze of heartbreak, or could forgiveness pave the way for a surprising happily ever after? We'll revisit the twists, analyze the characters' psyches, and speculate what's going to come while stay on melodrama that is our beloved show, the crown jewel of daytime TV.
Let's start by setting the stage, shall we? For those who might need a quick refresher, if you're a newcomer who's just discovered the addictive pull of Salem's scandals, Gabi Hernandez has always been a force of nature. Played with fiery intensity by Camila Banus, Gabi burst onto the scene as the scheming sister of Rafe and Ariana, but she's evolved into so much more. She's a survivor, a businesswoman with a sharp mind and an even sharper tongue, and let's not forget her history of romantic entanglements that could fill a novel. From her ill-fated marriage to Nick Fallon, remember that nightmare, to her passionate but doomed fling with Stefan Demare, Gabi's love life has been a battlefield littered with broken hearts and betrayals. She's no stranger to playing dirty when it comes to getting what she wants, whether it's revenge, power, or a shot at true love. And now, she's entangled with Philip Kiriakis, the brooding heir to the Kiriakis empire, portrayed by the ever-charismatic J. Kenneth Johnson in his latest return to the role. Philip, oh Philip, where do we even begin with this complex soul? As the son of Victor Kiriakis, the patriarch whose iron fist has ruled Titan Industries for generations, Philip has always carried the weight of family expectations on his broad shoulders. He's been the golden boy, the rebel, the villain, and the hero, sometimes all in the same episode. His past includes a tumultuous marriage to Chloe Lane, a bitter rivalry with his half-brother Brady Black, and enough corporate scheming to make Gordon Gekko blush. But beneath that polished exterior beats a heart that's surprisingly vulnerable. Philip has shown us time and again that when he loves deeply. Think back to his obsessive pursuit of Belle Black or his protective instincts toward his children. In Gabi, he seems to have found a kindred spirit, someone who's as ambitious and resilient as he is, yet capable of softening his edges with genuine affection. Their chemistry has been electric from the start, a mix of fiery arguments and stolen moments that scream endgame couple to optimistic fans like me. But as any seasoned viewer knows, in Days of Our Lives, endgame is just code for impending doom. Now, let's delve into the heart of the matter, the secret that's casting a long, ominous shadow over their budding romance. It all revolves around the cutthroat world of corporate takeovers, a staple in Salem's playbook since the days when Stefano Demare first plotted his empire's expansion. Titan Industries, under Felix's leadership, had been gearing up for a bold move to acquire Demare Enterprises' eternal rival that's been the source of so much villainy and vengeance over the years. Picture this, boardrooms buzzing with strategy sessions, confidential memos flying back and forth, and Philip at the helm, channeling his father's ruthless ambition while trying to prove he's more than just Victor's shadow. The plan was meticulously crafted, with every detail accounted for, so they thought. But in true soap fashion, there was a snake in the garden, and that snake was none other than Gabi herself. Yes, you heard that right. Gabi, the woman who's been whispering sweet nothings in Philip's ear and sharing his bed, was the architect of Titan's downfall. She wasn't just a passive bystander, she was an active spy, feeding insider information straight to Tony Demare. Tony, that silver-tongued devil with a penchant for resurrection. How many times has he cheated death now? I've lost count. Saw Gabi as the perfect pawn in his game. He dangled the ultimate carrot, the promise that if she helped sabotage Titan's bid, she'd be installed as the head of Demare Enterprises. Can you imagine the temptation? For Gabi, who's clawed her way up from nothing, remember her days slinging lattes at the Brady pub, this was the brass ring. Running Demare would mean power, respect, and a chance to eclipse even the legendary Stefano. She justified it to herself, no doubt, as a necessary evil. After all, in Salem, loyalty is fluid, and survival demands tough choices. But oh, the drama. Gabi's espionage involved late-night meetings, encrypted emails, and perhaps a few stolen kisses with Tony to seal the deal, though the show has kept that deliciously ambiguous, leaving us to speculate. The betrayal unfolded like a classic Greek tragedy, fitting for the Kiriakis lineage. Titan's takeover bid crumbled spectacularly during a high-stakes shareholders meeting, with leaked documents exposing vulnerabilities that DiMera exploited ruthlessly. Philip was left reeling, his confidence shattered, and Victor's wrath raining down like a thunderstorm. But here's where it gets even juicier. Tony, true to his DiMera blood, double-crossed Gabi without a second thought. Instead of handing her the reins, he pivoted and bestowed the CEO position on Theo Carver. Theo, the brilliant tech whiz and son of Abe Carver, has always been a fan favorite for his integrity amid the chaos. But in this arc, he's thrust into the spotlight with a moral dilemma. Theo knew about Gabi's involvement from the start. Perhaps Tony confided in him as a twisted test of loyalty, but he's kept mum, biding his time. Why? Maybe it's out of lingering affection for Gabi from their past flirtations, or perhaps he's playing a longer game, waiting to use the information as leverage. Whatever the reason, the truth is bubbling to the surface like a pot about to boil over. Whispers in the DiMera mansion, suspicious glances at corporate galas, and anonymous tips to the Salem spectatorial pointing to an imminent revelation that could shatter alliances and hearts alike. Philippe's genuine care for Gabi is what elevates this storyline from mere corporate soap suds to a poignant tale of love tested by deception. We've seen glimpses of his softer side, the way he surprises her with romantic dinners at the Kiriakis estate, complete with candlelight and vintage wine from Victor's cellar, the tender moments where he opens up about his fears of never living up to his family's legacy, and the protective streak that flares when anyone threatens her, like when he stood up to E.J. DiMera during that heated confrontation at the town square. Philip isn't just smitten, he's invested. He sees in Gabi a partner who matches his intensity, someone who understands the cutthroat world they inhabit without judgment. But devotion like that comes with a price. When the truth hits, and it will, because in days, secrets have a shorter shelf life than milk, Philip's devastation will be epic. Imagine the scene, him confronting her in a rain-soaked alley behind the DiMera offices, his voice cracking as he demands answers, tears mingling with the downpour. Will he see her actions as unforgivable treachery, echo of the betrayals he's suffered from family members like Vivian Almain? Or will he recognize the desperation that drove her, drawing parallels to his own past misdeeds, like that time he faked his death to escape mob debts? This brings us to the million-dollar question: can Philip forgive Gabi, or is their relationship doomed to join the long list of Salem's failed romances? As someone who's watched countless couples rise and fall, think Jack and Jennifer's epic journey, or Beau and Hope's unbreakable bond despite kidnappings and amnesia torn. On one hand, forgiveness is the lifeblood of Days of Our Lives. We've seen characters bounce back from worse murders, affairs, even body swaps. Remember Princess Gina. Philip has a history of redemption arcs. He's forgiven Chloe for her indiscretions and even mended fences with his scheming Aunt Kate Roberts. Gabi, too, has proven resilient, rebuilding her life after prison stints and lost loves. If they can have an honest, soul-bearing conversation, perhaps mediated by a wise figure like Marlena Evans, there's potential for growth. Picture them rebuilding trust through small acts, Gabi confessing her fears of inadequacy, Philip admitting his own vulnerabilities, leading to a renewed commitment sealed with a passionate kiss under the Horton Christmas tree. On the other hand, the wounds might run too deep. Philippe's pride is legendary, a Kiriakis trait that's led to many a downfall. Betrayal in business is personal for him. It's not just about money, it's about legacy. If Theo spills the beans, or worse, if evidence surfaces during a dramatic courtroom showdown because Salem loves its trials, Philip could lash out in ways that echo his darker impulses. We've seen him spiral before: the anger, the isolation, the reckless decisions. Gabi, for her part, might not even seek forgiveness if she feels justified. She's a fighter, not a beggar, and her pride could push her into the arms of another suitor, maybe returning Chad DiMera, or even a flirtation with Theo himself to reclaim what she lost. The fallout could ripple through the entire canvas, Victor disowning Philip for his poor judgment, Tony gloating from the sidelines, and Gabi facing isolation from her own family, like Rafe turning his back on her schemes. Let's not forget the broader context of this arc within the show's storied history. Days of Our Lives has always excelled at blending corporate intrigue with personal drama, a formula perfected in the 80s and 90s with the DiMera Kiriakis Wars. This Gabby Phillips storyline harkens back to classics like the battle for Titan between Victor and Stefano, or the more recent power struggles involving Kristen Dimmer's machinations. It's a reminder that in Salem, business is never just business, it's a metaphor for the character's inner turmoil. Gabby's spying echoes Sammy Brady's endless schemes, where love and ambition collide with explosive results. Philippe's potential heartbreak mirrors Justin Kiriakis' losses, adding layers of generational trauma. And Tony's betrayal. Pure Demera gold, straight out of Stefano's playbook. As fans, we thrive on these parallels. They make the show feel like a living tapestry, where past sins inform present chaos. Speculating on the future.
Until next time, stay tuned, stay dramatic, and remember, in Salem, no one stays down for long. Happy viewing!